Hello, this video is to give a movie review on Marvel's Black Panther. Now I want to put two disclaimers out there. One, spoiler alert for those who have not seen Black Panther. And two, I apologize if I butcher some of these names, but I will do my very best. Alright, Marvel's Black Panther takes place between Captain America's Civil War and Avengers Infinity War. Now, I've heard people ask, do you need to watch Black Panther before Infinity War? And yes and no. No, because one of the key points of Infinity War is Infinity Stones, and Black Panther, for that movie, doesn't have anything to do with the Infinity Stones. But in Infinity War, there is a battle that takes place on Wakanda. So I'll leave that up to you to make the decision. In a brief synopsis of Black Panther, after the events of Civil War, T'Challa's father, died, and now he becomes king. And as king, he faces an old enemy from the past, but now also he faces a new enemy, an enemy that has risen up to challenge his power, and he must deal with that. I won't spoil it. I'm trying to spoil it too much. And my thoughts on the movie, I thought it was a great movie. I mean, it had action, it had superheroes. I mean, who doesn't love a good superhero movie, am I right? But this video, for my English class, I had to pick a theme, and I decided to pick the theme of identity, because this theme was very prevalent throughout the movie. And I want to, basically, what is an identity? An identity is you. It's basically what defines you. Like if you're a college student, a college student is part of your identity. Or if you're like a soldier is part of your identity, and so on. And the only person that can make, that can change your identity is you, because you are in total control of your identity, so you choose who you want to be. And for this video, I want to look at two specific individuals, T'Challa and Killmonger, and look at their identities. And I also want to look at the nation of Wakanda and its identity as a whole. So T'Challa, when he first became king, he wanted to live up to his father's expectations. He wanted to be just like his father, a great king of Wakanda. And if we were to use a literary theory for this part, I guess you would use the mirror theory, because he tried to mirror his father, and he thought that, hey, Ulysses Claw, he eventually resurfaced from the past, and T'Challa's father wasn't able to catch him. Hey, if I catch him, I will fulfill what my father could not do, and essentially become a great king just on what his father wasn't able to do. But then throughout the movie, this is more after when Killmonger decided to come to Wakanda and take the throne. He found out that, hey, I need to be my own king. All right, I'm not going to be, I am not my father. I need to be my own king, and that is what will make me a great king. Now, talking about Killmonger is very interesting for this topic of identity, because essentially he did have two identities, his American one and his Wakandan one. In his American one, a lot of the information we got from was when Agent Ross was given the briefing about Killmonger, and we learned that his name was Eric, and he was a soldier, more Navy SEALs, special operations, black operations, and he also specialized in toppling foreign governments, which would come very useful for him in controlling Wakanda. And he also went to MIT. I mean, that was his identity, and and even the name Killmonger is his nickname. It's part of his identity because you have kill, which obviously to kill, and you have monger, which is a person who specializes in a certain area. So you got Killmonger, and he specializes in killing, and that added to his identity. But we learn of his true Wakandan identity, that he was the we learn of his true Wakandan identity after he killed Ulysses Claw and he brought him to Wakanda. We learned that, you know, on the way in the throne room, that he was the son of, I apologize for butchering these names again, of Njobu, and that he himself has a right to sit on that throne and challenge for it as the Prince of Wakanda, N'Jadka. Yeah, I apologize again for butchering these names, but essentially that was his identity. His name was N'Jadka, and he technically, in a way, he did have a right to the throne, but the way he did it and what he wanted to do with Wakanda, it made him seem like the bad guy. So there's a little bit of gray area between what he did. So some say, oh, he's right in that, hey, he wanted to go and help, you know, everyone else who was being oppressed. But then he also, like how he did, he wanted to essentially wage war, and that sort of makes him a bad guy. So he's surrounded by a whole gray area. All right, now I want to talk about the nation of Wakanda's identity. See, when Wakanda first started out, essentially an asteroid came in, and that gave them a whole bunch of vibranium, which essentially set them up for success. You know, with vibranium, they were able to become technologically superior to any other nation in the world. But they saw what was going on with the world, and they decided to remain hidden. And we'll just stay in our area, and we're not going to do anything to help any of the rest of the world. And see, this thought, it did lead to a little bit of xenophobia, because when the option was, when someone suggested, hey, we should help these people more, that people on the council and the higher ups, they were like, no, we need to stay hidden. And that's, in a way, you can kind of see why they did that, because, you know, if they just took, I guess you could say, took off their mask and revealed to the world who Wakanda, or what Wakanda really is, that essentially you'll have all these people, they'll be coming in, and you don't know if they're the right people or the wrong people. And also, if they do come in, what would that do to a nation's identity? It would essentially change it, because you've got all these different people coming into Wakanda, and it would allow them to essentially change Wakanda and to a little bit different. I don't think it'd be much more different, but it would certainly change. And as I said earlier, the only person, whether individually or nationally, to change the identity is you. And that about wraps it up for this movie review on identity. I really enjoyed Black Panther. I would go see it again, and because, you know, it was such a good movie, and it also, before Infinity War, it was a pretty good movie. I mean, I really enjoyed it. All right, thank you for your time, and I hope to see y'all around.